lives and your homes, they take your homes. You say good fences make good neighbors, but they don't. They take your lives, they take your lives, they take.
52 years old, Omar Zayed was born in the illegally occupied West Bank city of Jenin. He was arrested in 1986 for resisting the occupation of his land by illegal Israeli settlers. He was tortured by the Israeli occupation forces, and an Israeli military court, with a conviction of rate of 99.74%, convicted him, giving him a life sentence. In 1990, Omar Zayed launched a hunger strike to protest his imprisonment. After 40 days without food, he was transferred to hospital in Bethlehem. Whilst in hospital, he managed to escape the clutches of the occupation and fled Palestine. He finally found his freedom in Bulgaria in 1994, where he settled down and married his Bulgarian wife, with whom he has 3 wonderful children. Together, they run a Palestinian grocery store in the capital, Sofia. Omar has lived in Bulgaria for 22 years. He is a well-known and respected long-time member of the Palestinian community of Sofia. On the 15th of December 2015, Israel officially requested Omar Zayed's extradition from Bulgaria. Bulgaria, rather than challenge the request, gave Omar 72 hours to turn himself in, which led to Omar seeking refuge in the Palestinian Embassy in Sofia, where he is today. We are here today to ask Bulgaria to deny this request for extradition.
Yes!
Omar Zayed was clearly a political prisoner held by an occupying power, imprisoned following a military trial. His case is not a criminal one, it is a political one, and so is not subject to the extradition treaty. Secondly, the Oslo Accords that Israel signed in 1993 ended the imprisonment of Palestinians held at that time, terminating their cases, including Omar Zayed's case. So he should have been a free man before he even entered Bulgaria in the first place. Thirdly, according to Article 3 of the European Convention on Human Rights, it's a violation for a country to extradite someone who as a result is likely to face torture. Human rights groups have documented Israel's systematic use of torture, even during interrogation of young children. Figures from 2014 show that 75% of child prisoners are physically tortured. Some 700 cases of torture have been lodged against the Israeli prison service, and yet not a single one has led to a criminal investigation. Since 1976, 72 Palestinians have been tortured to death in Israeli prisons. Omar Zayed himself was tortured when imprisoned in Israel before he escaped. Clearly, there is a great likelihood that Omar will again be tortured if he is extradited to Israel. This in itself is enough reason not to send him back to Israel. We urge Bulgaria to respect the human rights conventions it has signed up to and refuse to extradite Omar Zayed. Bulgaria, don't bow down to Israeli pressure. Bulgaria, refuse to extradite Omar Zayed. Free Palestine!
Omar has lived in Bulgaria for 22 years, married with a Bulgarian wife and children. He is a well-known and respected long-time member of the Palestinian community of Sofia. He is a former Palestinian political prisoner who was tortured and imprisoned by the illegal Israeli occupation until he escaped in 1990 after a 40-day hunger strike. Israel has requested that Bulgaria extradite Omar, despite the fact that as a Palestinian political prisoner, his case is political and not a criminal matter subject to extradition. In addition, given that the Oslo Accords in 1993 ended the imprisonment of Palestinians held at the time, terminating their cases, Omar would have been free since before he entered Bulgaria in the first place, and his case has been at an end for over 20 years. There is also a very high risk that Omar will again be tortured if he is sent to Israel. Human rights groups have documented Israel's systematic use of torture, even during interrogation of children. To extradite someone who is likely to face torture violates Article 3 of the European Convention on Human Rights. We urge the Republic of Bulgaria to deny this request for extradition and end all attempts to pursue or arrest Omar Zayed. We would like a reply to this letter. Sincerely, Palestinian Prisoners Campaign.
Can you please send somebody to take the letter I have for the Bulgarian ambassador? Thank you.
You see, they are my friends.
We don't need you.
We are family.
Mr. Modeki, and I will take care of this immediately.
Okay, thank you, Ambassador Hassan.
Okay, no problem.
Lovely.
No problem. Monday,
Shukran.
Monday it will be on the desk of the president.
Music to my ears.
This is your home. This is your address.
Thank
We
you
thank
very
you
much.
for your support.
This is
We
my
thank
card.
you
Thank you.
for living for Palestine, and we have nothing except to raise our hats to you.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
It's our moral and ethical obligation.
If you are so much concerned about Palestine, how about me?
No,
As the
we all understand.
Manuel, this is from Jerusalem.
Oh, great, great.
Okay?
You want me to wear it?
Yeah,
Thank you very
will.
much.
You deserve it more than me.
Oh, thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Anyway, just for your information,
Yes.
in March this year,
Yes.
yes, okay. March this year, I received the award of the best ambassador in raising awareness on Palestine. Number one out of 200 shortlisted politicians in the UK. You being with me here makes me erase everything that has to do with Zionism. We deal with you as a human being. We respect Judaism, we respect the Jews. They are people with human background. We are against the apartheid regime of Zionism. And to show my solidarity with you.
We are here today outside the Palestinian mission in London to remind the Palestinian Authority its responsibility in protecting former Palestinian political prisoner Omar Zayed, who has taken refuge in the Palestinian Embassy in Bulgaria. 52 years old, Omar Zayed was born in the illegally occupied West Bank city of Jenin. He was arrested in 1986 for resisting the occupation of his land by illegal Israeli settlers. He was tortured by the Israeli occupation forces, and an Israeli military court with a conviction rate of 99.74% convicted him, giving him a life sentence. In 1990, Omar Zayed launched a hunger strike to protest his imprisonment. After 40 days without food, he was transferred to hospital in Bethlehem. Whilst in hospital, he managed to escape the clutches of the occupation and fled Palestine. He finally found his freedom in Bulgaria in 1994, where he settled down and married his Bulgarian wife, with whom he has 3 wonderful children. Together, they run a Palestinian grocery store in the capital, Sofia. Omar has lived in Bulgaria for 22 years. He is a well-known and respected long-time member of the Palestinian community of Sofia. On the 15th of December, 2015, Israel officially requested Omar Zayed's extradition from Bulgaria. Bulgarian authorities gave Omar 72 hours to turn himself in, which led to Omar seeking refuge in the Palestinian Embassy in Sofia, where he is today. We are appalled by reports that the embassy is shamefully pressuring Omar Zayed to leave when he needs its protections the most. We understand that a crisis team has been set up by the Foreign Affairs Ministry, but that Omar's family have so far been excluded from the team. Why is this? We want an assurance that the PA will do its duty and protect Omar Zayed, and that it would not hand him over to the occupation. Palestinian Authority, don't bow down to Israeli pressure. Palestinian Authority, protect your citizens, especially your heroes who have resisted the occupation.
Here, 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 here.
Protect Omar Zayed.
Here, here.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine! Free the current boy! Justice for Omar Zayed!
We will publish and send you a written answer. All right? I will do my best. Give me next week, and inshallah it will be sorted out.
Thank you very much.
The president and the Palestinian Authority are not going to bow down to the pressures of Israel in extraditing him, but I mean, as long as he is in our embassy, he should be protected by our people in Bulgaria and Sofia, until we find a certain way of how to release him and not being extradited to Israel. We will do our utmost. He's our Palestinian citizen. He has the right for being free, especially in a country that respects human rights. And I say, as a Palestinian ambassador, although the issue is not here in London, but I believe in human rights, and I believe that justice should be done. And I don't think Israel has the right to chase down our people who are seeking their freedom and independence. And it is a shame that the Bulgarians are giving away or submitting themselves to the pressures of Israel. But at least there should be a counter action by the Palestinian Authority through the International Court of Justice, through other means, to put an end to this charade.
Thank you very much.